All right, all right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again. Okay, so let me make sure I got all my stuff on here. Hold on. Okay. My apologies for being tardy. You all know I just finished the live on the other channel, so bear with me. Okay. So that all being said, let's get into it. And I am tired. That's why my eyes are red. Pay attention. Okay, so hey Juju, Mr. Hotel. All right, Aboriginal woman is in the house. Okay, Kenyetta, Tia. Shout out to all the Stardust is in here, aka Care Bear is in the house. Okay, so we're going to be talking about rituals. Hey, Terry Hinton. Going to be talking about rituals. Okay, I see. Hey, Claudette. Eileen is in the house. Okay. And so hey, Emma's blessed. All right. So all of our members aren't here, but they can see it later. Okay. So anyway, shout out to you all. Hey, Sharon. So let's get ready to get into it. Okay. Okay, Aboriginal woman said working while listening. That's okay, beloved. All right. Okay, so anyway, we're going to be talking about rituals because it's common to do rituals. It's no big deal. It's no problem. But you should ask yourself, are you performing rituals, spiritual rituals, or witchcraft, Wiccan rituals? You see, some rituals that we engage in, whether we know that we're doing it or not, are sometimes nefarious and pertain to witchcraft. It's common to perform rituals. Our ancestors performed them. They actually perform rituals in church. When they have the communion, and they have eating the little crackers and drinking the which is supposed to represent the body of Jesus, and then you drink the wine or the grape juice is what they usually give you, and that's supposed to represent the blood of Jesus. Well, if you ask me, is really witchcraft. That's just my opinion, because I don't think that the Most High really wants us simulating cannibalism, which is what that would be. If you're eating someone's flesh and drinking their blood, when did the Most High ever tell us to do any of it? Claudette said, honestly, you had no idea. Okay. Hey, Kathy B. So when did the Most High anywhere in the Bible ever tell us to pretend that we're eating the body of Christ or drinking his blood? That all reeks of satanic, actions. That's just what I'm saying. This is what they do when they conduct satanic rituals. They drink blood and they eat of the flesh of the people or person that they're sacrificing. Pay attention. So also, you may have noticed, and I've told you all this before, in the word spiritual, there is also the word ritual. You see, so actually the two go hand in hand. When you look at the word spiritual, the word ritual is right inside of that word. So there's nothing wrong. Hey, Samantha, there's nothing wrong with doing rituals, but know what you're doing. And if you are doing a spiritual ritual, which is what our ancestors did, or doing something nefarious like a witchcraft or Wiccan ritual, which engages in black magic, conjuring of spirits, usually malevolent, and also has some type of chanting involved. So let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this PowerPoint. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance, beloveds. I mean, you can't share because it's for members only, but you can like. Please be sure to like the video. Okay, spiritual and rituals. Okay, here we go. How to do a ritual. Well, in every ritual, the steps involved are very much the same: geometry, structure, rhythm, and intent. Now, you use these steps as ideas and suggestions for how to make your own personal ritual. Then, whatever you choose to do, you do it simply. So, basically, it tells you how to do rituals. You can perform a ritual, like I said, and you can do something like, say, for example, if you have some type of illness or something, I mean, you can pray You can do a ritual for healing, a healing ritual or something like that. Okay. But rituals usually include geometry, structure, rhythm, and intent. Okay. The intent, what you are focusing your energy and thoughts on, that's always important. Okay. Now, first thing, geometry. Well, you set symbolic elements before you, such as a candle, a picture, incense, a religious icon, a vase of flowers, an altar, and situate yourself in a certain relationship to these things. Define your sacred space, the physical space where you, in fact, began the ritual. Now, the reason I'm telling you all of this, how to do it, is so that if you decide to do one, a spiritual one, you know what you're doing. And because also there is a difference in doing something nefarious, and which we'll get into that. Now, feel free to add quiet, soothing music or turn down the lights. And if you all remember, I've told you numerous of times, I perform moonlight rituals. When there is a full moon rituals, when there's a full moon, I absolutely perform rituals. Okay. I'm not doing anything nefarious. I go outside sometimes and I might sit under the moonlight and I take my stones and crystals and I sit them under the moonlight so that they can recharge and get the moon energy. Okay. A very powerful energy is comes from the moon during a full moon. Okay. I also play meditative music. I light candles and I manifest. I practice the art of manifestation and visualization. I picture in my mind's eye the things that I want to come to fruition. And I pray to the Most High and I pray to the ancestors. And then I write down the things that I want and I put them in a jar with ammonia, cover it with ammonia, and I put it in a dark place and I light a candle. And then I manifest these things and it absolutely works. Now, you can call that what you want, but it's a ritual that I do. And there's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, our ancestors did it. And when I'm asking for things, because the main thing that determines whether or not your ritual is something spiritual or something wicked is what your intentions are, for one, but for two, it is also how you carry them out. Are you carrying them out by doing the same things that they do in a spiritual ritual, like burning sage, playing meditative music, but if you're chanting, if you're invoking spirits, conjuring, that's all witchcraft and that's nefarious. Okay. And if you're wishing something bad, that's nefarious. Whether you're doing it to yourself or someone else, that's witchcraft. Many people create altars or small shrines for their meditations or prayers. I absolutely have an altar. Okay. Make one in your office or home, in your car, or in a small section of your yard. Having an altar is a way to pack emotional faith into your everyday life. Personal altars tell a story, from the gifts to the photos to the heads. Yet it's not the objects that are important, but the faith in these objects that make them emotionally sacred. Some people put these little skeleton heads on their altars, and some of you may think that's nefarious, but it's not. Okay, now, step 2, structure. Give your self a ritual. Give your ritual a beginning and an ending. Carefully arrange these steps to create the body of your ritual. You might try starting your day with a simple ritual before you begin work. Sit at your desk, close your eyes, and lengthen your breath. If you make it a habit to get up every morning, after you rise, you say your positive affirmations. You can close your eyes and visualize how you want your day to go, how you want the energy to flow throughout your day. You can close your eyes and you can manifest these things. Nothing wrong with any of this. Okay. You can practice your breathing. Okay. Remember, inspire means to breathe life into. So you can breathe life into yourself. Practice your breathing like they do in yoga. Set the intention for the day. I want to have a good day with positive energy. I will help people today. I will be in service to people today. Things will go good for me today. Today is going to be a great day. You can do all of these things. I am healthy. I am happy. I am whole. I am loving. I am considerate. You can say all of those things. This can be your ritual that you do each day. Once again, our thoughts and words create energy, or they are energy, and they create, or they manifest and create our reality. Now, You can do the breathing for 10 to 12 breaths, increasing the length of your breath as you go along. This is the same thing you do when you meditate. Remember, I told you in the videos I've uploaded for you about your meditation. I've told you in some of them how you start your breathing. When I've done the guided meditation videos, if you remember, I tell you at the beginning, I always tell you about your breathing. Okay? Pause at the end, come back to easy breathing, and stay in that silence. Then repeat a silent intention, right? For clarity and purpose. Wait for a moment and open your eyes. Pay attention, because when you do this, the reason your eyes are closed is because you want to visualize. You want to see in your mind's eye, in your third eye. You want to see in your mind what you want to happen. Okay, by the time you finish, you will be calm, clear, and focused. This is a spiritual ritual. Now, the third thing is rhythm. The progressive sequence of events, actions, thoughts, or prayers leads you into ritual itself. Okay, into the ritual itself. It also takes you back out of it, letting you resume your normal life. Some rituals start with a silent prayer or just a simple motion. Some include offerings, such as flowers or food. You may have gone into one of the nail salons that the Asians own, and you may have seen they have a statue of Buddha somewhere in there, a small statue of Buddha. And you may see that it has water there. You may see an apple or an orange and things around it. Well, that's because they're giving an offering to Buddha. You may see people who have ancestor altars. You may see that they have certain little things on there. These are usually things that their ancestors liked when they were in life. And so they're giving an offering to their ancestors, because remember, our ancestors are angels. Our ancestors are our spirit guides. Okay, you can pray to them as well. You can ask them for things. And don't forget that ye are all gods born of the Most High. So your ancestors were gods themselves. They were not the God, but they were gods, okay, like yourself. And so you can pray to them, absolutely, right? I didn't say to worship them. That's the difference. But you can pray to them. And in doing so, you can give them small trinkets or offerings, okay, because they see and know things from the spiritual realm. Now, in India, preparing for a ritual is as important as the ritual itself. You bathe first and are freshly dressed. This is what they do in India. Entering the shrine room, you bow or kneel and face the object of meditation. Then you perform the ceremony. Now, in India, they do chants, and there's chants or chants are sung. A bell is rung. You meditate to internalize the effects. These are the rhythms of ritual. Now, here's the thing. You know, we do sometimes chant during meditation. Let me clarify that, because I said chanting is witchcraft. Well, it is when you're chanting certain things, like you're casting a spell. But you know that when we do yoga and when we meditate, we do chant. We chant the Om. We chant Om. That is a chant, okay? The Buddhist chant. That's not witchcraft. That is a sound, a vibration that permeates from your being. Okay, that is giving you a frequency and raising your vibrations. The kind of chanting that I'm saying you should refrain from is when you are saying specific things and you are invoking certain types of entities and spirits. Okay, that is witchcraft. Now, the fourth thing is intent. What is the purpose of tradition and ritual in people's lives? The purpose behind your ritual directs your ritual fulfillment. What emotional quality do you want to focus on right now? This is what you ask yourself. Now, the possibilities are numerous. Opening your heart, grounding, connecting to someone or something, completion, healing, asking for help, gratitude, praise, a blessing, purification, self-reflection, linking with the higher power. You see, these are all spiritual things. Okay, the power of ritual isn't mindless movements. It's focusing, a focusing technique to systematically give you an anchor point within. A magic circle is a circle of space marked out by practitioners of some branches of ritual magic, which they generally believe will contain energy and form a sacred space, or will provide them a form of magical protection, or both. It may be marked physically, drawn in a material like salt, flour, or chalk, or merely visualized. This is used in Wiccan magic. And for those of you who saw the movie The Skeleton Key, if you remember the part where she drew the circle of protection around her, you see, because she was dealing with malevolent forces. So when they practice Wicca, they have this circle that the practitioners often form around them, or they gather in a circle when there's numerous of them. Okay, as you can see in the pictures on this PowerPoint. Okay, they gather in a circle, and that's because they're doing witchcraft. They're doing Wiccan rituals, not spiritual rituals. Okay, remember there's a difference. Now, traditionally, circles are believed by ritual magicians to form a protective barrier between themselves and what they summon. You see, they are summoning something. That's not what you do in spiritual rituals. This is all pertaining to witchcraft. And pay attention, because they say ritual magicians. That's right. Witches do magic, black magic. You see this circle? All of these people right here in a circle with the people in the center, they're doing a satanic ritual. This is not what you need to be doing, ever. Now, the barrier is believed to be fragile, so that leaving or passing through the circle would weaken or dispel it. This is referred to as breaking the circle. It is generally advised that practitioners do not leave the circle unless necessary. In order to leave a circle and keep it intact, Wiccans, those are witches, believe a door must be cut in the energy of the circle, normally on the east side. Whatever was used to cast the circle is used to cut the doorway, such as a sword, staff, or knife. Okay, a doorway is cut in the circle, at which point anything may pass through without harming the circle. This opening must be closed afterwards by reconnecting the lines of the circle. If not, they say that the spirits that they have conjured can leave that place. Like people playing with a Ouija board. When you think about it, people gather in a circle to play a Ouija board, and they conjure up and they summon spirits, which is what you're not supposed to do. And if they don't say goodbye to the spirits on the board with their hands on the oracle, well, they say these things can leave. And they can do all sorts of malevolent things. And in fact, if you ask me, they can leave the board regardless as to whether or not you say goodbye. Ritual candles are a simple but powerful way to express your intention and raise the energy for spells. This is what witches do. Rituals and other magical workings. When choosing candles for your rituals, take some time to consider what color and what type of candle will best suit you. Now, let me stop the share for a moment to say this. So I didn't mean to put that on the screen. Okay, so when you perform these witchcraft rituals, yes, they do light candles, but you also can light candles when you're doing a spiritual ritual. Okay, you can light candles with that as well. That's not the same thing. But at the end of the day, when you're lighting a candle for a spiritual ritual, you want to use the candle that pertains to what you're trying to do. For example, if you have if you feel like you're under spiritual attack, if you feel like there's bad things happening and maybe someone's wishing bad things on you, and you're trying to get rid of that negative energy from yourself, and you perform a spiritual ritual, well, then you would light a white candle. Okay, if you're trying to do a healing ritual, okay, for your spiritual or physical healing, then you would also use a white candle or a blue candle. Okay, so with that all being said, let's go back to the share. Now, preparing ritual candles for spells, manifestations, and intentions. Ritual candles can be used for a variety of spells, including those for manifestation, witchcraft, spirituality, and altars. This is true. You can use them for all sorts of things, whether you're doing something good or something bad. But here's what you need to remember. Just remember, beloveds, intention is key, because you can always use something. See, here's the thing where people get confused. Some people think, well, if you're doing the same stuff in your spiritual rituals that they're doing in their witchcraft rituals, you're still doing witchcraft. That's not true. Here's the thing. I mean, it depends on your intentions and whether you're trying to conjure and doing incantations and those things. We don't do incantations. We do affirmations. That's what I told you all what Wig was doing was witchcraft. Wig was telling you all to do incantations. That's what she was telling you. Those are spells. You don't want to cast spells, or at least you shouldn't want to. Affirmations are speaking positive things into the air, putting things out there, trying to create a positive reality. Okay, spiritual rituals have everything to do with positivity, and there's nothing wrong with that. But here's the thing. Some people feel like because you can use stones and crystals to do witchcraft, and that you can use stones and crystals to do spiritual rituals, and that you can use candles to do spiritual rituals, and that you can also use them to do witchcraft rituals, they think you shouldn't do it at all. But here's the difference. You see, you can take anything that's meant for good and use it for bad. You can take a fire, you can start a fire to warm your house, to cook your food, but it can also be used and started to commit arson and to take someone out. Okay? You can use water to replenish your body when you're thirsty. We need water to live. So you can drink water, you can cook with water, you can swim in water, but you can also drown someone in water. So just as well as you can use something for good, you can also, if you're nefarious, use it for bad. Okay, so there's the difference. And just like Wig was taking spiritual practices and mixing it with witchcraft, okay, to get people who want to be spiritual to unwittingly, right, without them really knowing, to do things which are absolutely wicked and nefarious. Okay, or wicked is nefarious. They mean the same thing. So, all right. So with that all being said, ritual candles can be used for a variety of spells, including those for manifestation, witchcraft, spirituality, and altars. They can be used to represent the elements, intentions, or energies that you wish to work with. It is very important to choose a candle that is appropriate for the type of spell that you are working, as it increases the success of your manifestation work. When choosing a candle, consider the color, scent, and purpose. Now, I want you all to pay attention, because what's very interesting about this, you see, I'm giving you the pros and the cons. I'm telling you both sides of this coin. So when they're saying spells and manifestations, let me tell you something. Spells are not manifestations. Okay, they're doing black magic. Now, this is what they want to call it. But see, manifestation is something that is one of the universal laws. You absolutely can manifest things. The Most High gives us the ability to do so. That's how we create our own realities, with our thoughts and our minds and our intentions, and what we focus our energy on. When you're doing spells, well, that's not coming from the Most High. That has something to do with a low vibrational entity, okay, or deity, whatever you choose to call it. But that's not the same thing. Now, you can say that you're manifesting when you're practicing these spells, but if you were really just manifesting, you wouldn't have to you wouldn't have to summon certain deities or entities like demons, okay? That's what you wouldn't have to do. You wouldn't be using incantations. That's what you wouldn't have to do. You wouldn't have to chant nefarious things. That's what you wouldn't have to do. Now, singing the happy birthday song is a ritual. Okay? And I don't mean a spiritual ritual. It's a witchcraft ritual. Singing the happy birthday song, you are lighting various colors of candles. You light candles in Wiccan rituals to cast spells. You must chant the name of the entity you wish to evoke or summon, and do a chant at least 3 times. This is what witches do. You see, here's the thing. When you're doing a spiritual ritual, let me stop the share for a moment. And I want you all to pay attention right here, because you see, when you are in fact doing a ritual that's spiritual, you don't have to chant things a certain amount of times. You understand? You don't have to sit there and chant something over and over and over a certain amount of times, which is usually 3 when they're doing witchcraft. You don't have to do that. You just set your intentions and you ask the Most High to deliver you what you want and to help you manifest what you want. You can pray to the ancestors, your spirit guides. This is what you can do. Remember, our ancestors, once they leave this realm, they're angels. Okay, those are the real angels, not people floating around with wings. Okay, so when you are doing a witchcraft ritual, you'll chant, and you'll be designated to do this chant a specific number of times. And like I said, usually 3. Okay, that's why the birthday song is a witchcraft ritual. Okay, but let me continue. Likes up, everyone. Please get the likes up. Thank you in advance. So you must chant the name of the entity you wish to evoke, summon, and do a chant at least 3 times, just like the name Bloody Mary, by the way. Okay, when people say that Bloody Mary, they stand in the mirror and they say it how many times? Okay, now, happy birthday. Listen to this. How do you sing the happy birthday song? Sing it in your mind. You say, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear so-and-so. Right? Happy birthday to you. And then the person responds. Now pay attention. Everyone is standing around the birthday person in a circle with them in the middle, just alike. Let's go back to it. Let's go back to that other picture. Just like right here. Everybody gathered around in a circle with the people in the middle. Okay, that's during a satanic ritual. So with the birthday ritual, what are they doing? They gathered around the people with the person in the middle whose birthday it is. And remember, you have to say the name of the entity you're trying to evoke. Well, on your birthday, they're trying to evoke you. You're already right there, but you're the entity that they're talking to. You're the entity that they're doing this ritual to. That's why they say your name. Then you close your eyes when it's time to blow out the candles and make a wish. There are many magical rituals where they deliberately, I want you to pay attention to this part, because this is why they tell you to close your eyes when you're doing that birthday song. They tell you to close your eyes and make a wish. You see, there are many magic rituals, i.e., witchcraft rituals, where they deliberately close their eyes or use blindfolds. This is so that the person can visualize exactly what they want. This aids in the manifestation of their wish. This is what witches say. But at the end of the day, they're purposely casting spells to make these things happen. Okay, this is not really just manifestation. They may be using a little bit of manifestation, but they're really casting spells to make these things happen. This aids in the manifestation of their wish. Remember, in spells, it's best that you set your intentions. You see, when witches cast their spells, they set their intentions too. Just like when we're doing spiritual rituals, we set our intentions. But here's the thing. This is why they tell you to close your eyes and make a wish, because now you're setting your intention. That's the intent. So you're in the midst of family and friends who form a circle around you. Think about this. While they sing or chant a ritualistic song as you close your eyes, blow out candles, and make a wish. They also ask you, how old are you? They are asking you, or they are now speaking your aging or getting older into existence. You see, this is a ritual to make you age quickly. Y'all didn't know that. Why do they ask how old the person is? What if the person isn't old at all? What if it's just a toddler who just turned a year old? It sounds crazy now that you think about it, right? You see, there's no time in the spiritual realm or in any realm of existence. This is not even real. Time is an illusion. Time is a man made construct. So, do you really get old? Or do you just grow more and evolve continuously? You see, that's what you do. You really evolve. Okay. You become more mature and you evolve. Well, some of us become more mature, some of us just stay childlike in the minds, but you evolve continuously. Getting old is what they have programmed us to worry about and to think about. And you see, some people look old for their ages. Let me stop the share again for a moment. Some people look old for their ages. And you know why that is? Because they focus on aging. You see, when you get about 30 years old, people start saying, oh, you're getting old. You're too old to do that. Now, you know you're too old to go there. You're too old to be at the club. You're too old to dress like that. People are constantly bombarding you and telling you you're too old. You're too old. You're too old. And if you accept that, and if you believe that, then you are manifesting age upon yourself. You start to age quickly. You see, I look so young, right? Most people don't realize that I have 2 adult sons. You see, I don't look my age because I don't talk about my age and I don't focus on my age and I don't say to myself, I'm old. I'm too old to do this. I'm not too old to do anything. I can do whatever I want. Okay? That's why I look young and I act young. So, with that all being said, the more you focus on aging, the older you start to look because your mind and your body will comply. Okay? So, let's go back to the share. So, but the person unwittingly responds with an answer. When they say, how old are you? The person unwittingly responds with an answer. And guess what happens when you answer that? You confirm the spell. That's what you do. You yourself confirm the spell. You see, you're now telling the universe and your subconscious mind that you are growing old. And let's not forget what I have taught you about that. Your body also hears the confirmation. Remember, the universe and your subconscious mind take everything that's spoken literally. I've told you all that numerous of times. Your subconscious mind controls 95% of the brain and the thoughts. So when you're accepting that and confirming that, your subconscious mind hears that you're getting old. The universe hears that you're growing and getting old. And then your body has no choice but to comply. Remember what I've taught you about how to create your own reality by our minds, our words, and our thoughts. You see, thoughts are electromagnetic energy. Thoughts are viewed as electromagnetic representations of neuronal information, and the experience of free will and our choice of actions is argued to be our subjective experience of the semi-field acts on our neurons. Now, what is the electromagnetic field of thoughts? Electromagnetic field is thought as dominance. Okay, it's thought that's dominant energy in purely motor and sensory inputs to our brain, whilst quantum field or energy is perceived as more influential in brain cognitions. So you're using the most influential parts of the brain to confirm this spell, which is a ritual of you getting old. Once you confirm that you're getting old, your body and cells will absolutely obey. You see, this is just like the placebo effect. A placebo is a medical treatment or procedure designed to deceive the participants of a clinical experiment Okay, it does not contain any active ingredients, but often still produces a physical effect on the individual. Okay, this is the same thing you see, because you've heard of the placebo effect, where they give someone, say for example, a person has cancer or some type of illness, and the doctors will do a study sometimes, or scientists do studies, and they'll give one group of people real medicines to treat them, and then they'll give another group of people sugar pills, which don't cure anything. And so then, but they put it in the person's mind that, yes, this is going to cure you. This is going to help you get better. And so the people believe it. And because their thoughts are so powerful and their thoughts are focused on being better and getting healed, then it actually works, even though it's not even any medicine. It's just a sugar pill. While the people over here who took the actual medicine, well, they may be getting better too, but that's because the medicine is actually working. So the mind is that powerful. So when you are thinking and confirming things and focusing your thoughts on things, you can literally make things happen. So if you're thinking about getting older, people are telling you that you're getting older, you keep focusing on getting older and how you don't want to get older, you will get older. Because whether you want to or not, if you focus your energies on it, your electromagnetic thoughts and energies, then it'll happen. You create your own reality. I don't think about getting old on my solar return. I celebrate myself for looking, feeling, and thinking young. That's what I do. That's why I look young. Sometimes we allow ourselves we allow others to tell us that we're too old to do certain things. They make us feel old, and then we start to fear growing old. All of this causes aging and accelerates the aging process. Remember that phrase, careful what you wish for. Pay attention. Okay. So, what did you all think about that? And I want you all to pay attention to something else. Now, I'm going to share my screen. And I want you all to listen to this. It's just a brief video, like maybe 10 seconds. It's just a little clip. But I want you all to pay attention to something. You see, when you are singing the birthday song to someone, or people are singing it to you, if you really pay attention, you will realize that it's actually a whole chant and it sounds satanic. Watch what I'm telling you. I'm going to put this up on the screen.
Birthday.
Now, that was the birthday song without them singing the happy part. Just singing the word birthday. Now, it sounds like a whole chant. Didn't it sound spooky? Let's listen to it again real quick.
Birthday.
All right? Now, think about that next time. Yeah, it sounds sick. Now, Juju said a mess and scandal. Nessa X said, yes, it did sound very spooky. Yes. I'm just telling you all, these things have nefarious origins. Okay? Thank you all. You all are saying very informative. Thank you. Now, Kiara said, now that sounded crazy. Absolutely. So I just want you all to pay attention, because see, on this channel, you're absolutely going to get your money's worth for paying for those memberships. Pay attention. Okay. Now, but hold on. I want you all to see something else, because you see, Prince was always woke. I don't know if you all know that. Some of you probably do. Prince was very woke. His third eye was open. Do you all remember that Prince wore Samantha said, amazing teachers. Thank you, Queen. You're welcome, beloved. And October says the tone. Yes. Terry Hinn says changing your mindset. Absolutely. Now listen, do you all remember how Prince used to wear those third eye glasses? The glasses with the third eye. There were sunglasses, and they didn't just have the two parts to cover your eyes. They had a part up here, right? Prince was very woke. These people have said that they've seen him levitate and all sorts of things. But here's something Prince said when asked about birthdays. Pay attention.
you had how many birthdays?
Me? What do you think?
Well, I know that you had one birthday.
Yeah.
You were born on a certain day.
Absolutely.
You had no more birthdays after that. So I don't celebrate birthdays, so that stops me from counting days, which stops me from counting time, which allows me to still look the same as I did 10 years ago, just like that lady said.
Okay. And he did look very young for his age. And here's the thing. Like he said, and I want you to think about this. You only have one birthday, and that's the day of your birth. Every year after that, that's not your birthday. That's an anniversary of your birth. A birthday and an anniversary of your birth are two different things. Y'all see the scam here? Y'all see the fraud? Y'all see how you've been hoodwinked and bamboozled? A birthday is not the same as the anniversary of your birth. Okay? It's absolutely different. Juju said they deleted him because he knew the truth. Yes, he knew a whole lot of truth. Absolutely. So with that all being said, I hope you all got something out of this. I hope you leave feeling enlightened and knowing. Mariah Carey says this anniversary is not birthdays. Really? Okay, exactly. And so there you have it. And so with that all being said, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive. And let me tell you all something. Hold on. Let me tell you all something. Thank you, Claudette. Claudette said very enlightening. Thank you, beloved. And so listen, just remember that when you are, when you feel like you need a healing, when you feel like you need a spiritual cleansing, when you feel like you need confirmation of a question that you may be asking yourself, when you have these types of questions or issues or whatever, it's okay to do a spiritual ritual. Okay, remember the word ritual is inside of the word spiritual. There's nothing wrong with doing them. So just be mindful of how you perform them. Don't chant nefarious things. You can chant the alms and the things that we chant during meditation, but don't conjure, don't evoke, don't say and use incantations, use affirmations. Use affirmations. You can affirm things, not even just saying positive affirmations for yourself. You can say positive things, just speak positive things into existence. I am financially stable. I don't worry about money. Money comes to me. Money comes to me. I draw money to myself. I'm a money magnet. You can say these things. Okay? Speak what you want as though it already were. Choose your words carefully and wisely, and you can create your own reality. Don't listen to people who criticize you just to be hateful. If someone's giving you constructive criticism, that's a totally different thing. But at the end of the day, it's okay to celebrate your birthday, your solar return if you choose. But just don't sit there and have people singing a whole witchcraft ritualistic song to you whilst you close your eyes and make a wish, which is setting an intent to confirm the ritual that they're doing on you and for you. Okay, don't do that. I'm just saying. Now, you can go ahead and do it if when you get my age, you want to look like the crypt keeper. I'm just saying. Okay? So with that all being said, that's right. Juju said money comes to me freely and effortlessly. Exactly. Okay? Tia said, I'm so happy and grateful that all things work out for my good. Absolutely. That's how you talk. Okay? And so with that all being said, Mr. Hotel said he loved it. AKA Kerber said, I'm learning so much from you, Queen. Thank you. You're welcome. Kathy B said that's stopping today. Absolutely. So listen, I love you all to life. I enjoy teaching you all things and enlightening you and helping you on your spiritual journey. We are all a work in progress, and there is always room for improvement. And you are never too old, honey. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You are never too old to change your ways, change your thoughts, and to do something different. With that all being said, enjoy the rest of this evening. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
you.